Good morning, CSL. Good morning. It's lovely to see you all.
Thank you.
Just real quick again, prayers at the candle here. You can come up anytime during the service and light a candle. I will be moving that as soon as we're done with our mission statement up here. So if you want Lou to read your name or the name of the prayer of the candle out loud, please come up right now and do that. Thank you, Roy, Martin, Bradbooks, for our wonderful music. It's like I get a personal show every time. I love it. All right, a couple of announcements. This Wednesday night at 7 p.m., spiritual practice Qigong with David Cox.
Stand up, David Cox.
A Course in Miracles group meets Wednesdays at 5:30 p.m. here at CSL. Before that. And also before that, Wednesdays at 4:30, the Folding 1,000 Cranes. We're sending love and peace and wisdom to all the government and world leaders. We will have an update on our community projects on the first Sunday of each month. Next Sunday, what a treat, is the fifth Sunday, Prosperity Sunday. We will share our exceptional income and have special musical guests, the Suter Family Band. Pretty lucky. So many beautiful musicians. Our Spirit in Action Committee will meet today after service. So if you're interested in that, come meet them, probably downstairs in the prayer room. Or wherever they decide, but they'll tell you. It's here, right? You're on the same spot. Okay. We will speak our mission statement together. We'll take a deep breath. We recognize and realize the omnipresence of divine love as the truth of all.
Surely the presence of God is in this place. I can feel the mighty power and the grace. I can hear the rush of angel wings. I see glory on each face. Surely the presence of God is in this place. Surely the presence of God is in this place. I can feel the mighty power and the grace. I can hear the brush of angel wings. I see glory on each face.
as we surely feel this presence of God in this very place, in this sacred silence, I acknowledge the power and the presence of this God, of this Spirit, moving in and around and through as each expression of creation, in diversity of life, in each living being. And we are an expression of this living Spirit, united in this one great consciousness, full of the attributes of God: peace, beauty, creativity, peace, harmony, wisdom. For we are God's Spirit in expression. And I speak my word knowing that each prayer on the prayer chart and the prayers wishes in your heart are expressions from the divine mind. And I speak this word for Christopher, Ian, Anna Marie, Todd, Kenny, Yolanda, Tammy, Tricia, Pat, Daniel, Mary, Ken, Forrest, Evan, Maria, Anya, Shannon, Lyle and Lynn, Jesse, Carrie, Marla, and Jean, the 5 N's, Wally, Carolyn, Jennifer, Don, Gayla, Jess, BNN, Jim, Kim, Levi and Chris, Giovanni, Winnie A., USA, Linda Smith, Terry, Gail, Jason, Michael, Adriana, Daniel, Aspen, Zion, Christian, Crystal, Shanti, Lori, Danny, Morgan, Caden, Dylan, Orion, Kara, Braden, and any prayers in your hearts. And I know that each request, each person requesting prayer, being prayed for, is a radiant light and an incarnation of divine love, a place where consciousness is revealing itself. Knowing that the one presence is closer than breath, I declare that each lay aside all anxiety and open to the divine operating through each of us. We detach from the problem and relax into the awareness that a solution is at hand. I affirm that each, surrounded, cradled, and uplifted by the power, presence, and intelligence of Spirit. In each situation, each thinks with clarity, acts with ease, and accomplishes without strain. All needs are met as we prosper and succeed in all areas of life. Divine intelligence and wisdom governs our life situation and leads us into right action, right decisions in all of our affairs. In these prayers and these requests, we are each aware of what to do and when to do it. And wherever we are, we meet with peace, with joy and happiness, for we are peace, joy, and happiness. And we pour out our blessings on others. We are surrounded by loving relationships, friendships, and harmonious interaction. And I affirm that we each see divine opportunities to create the life we desire and the abundance we seek. I declare the whole of our body is a perfect functioning idea in the mind of God. It operates with vitality, perfect functions, and is mobile with ease. Nothing can hinder the outpouring of divine wholeness in any area of our life. And I give thanks for this healing that is taking place right this moment. And I bless this gathering, knowing that we are blessed to be together today. We are blessed by the message, by the music, by the volunteers, by all the activities that create this occasion for us to expand our awareness of the divine. And I give thanks for this truth and allow it to be the active truth in our life. So my heart is overflowing with gratitude for this fullness of life that is demonstrating in its fullness in each life right now. And so I release this prayer into the law of spirit, knowing it is already so in the mind of God. It's with great expectation and confidence that I know that this is coming into fruition even as we speak, as we all join together and declare, and so it is.
Holy Spirit within, help me to bloom into all that I am. Help me to love the whole of the world. I ask for beauty in myself. I ask for beauty in the world. I ask for beauty in all of humanity. Holy Spirit within, help me to bloom into all that I am. Help me to love the whole of the world.
Good morning.
Good morning.
As always, the prayer chest is still down the stairs to the left against the wall in a beautiful floral red box. So if you have anything that is concerning to you, some things that you would like a little more spiritual upliftment from, please put your concerns and your desires in the red box, and the practitioner will be doing affirmative treatment on your behalf this week. Every time you are tempted to react in the same old way, ask yourself if you want to be a prisoner of the past or a pioneer of the future. Deepak Chopra. And from Ernest Holmes, you must become the master of your own thinking. This is the only way you will realize freedom and joy.
Thank you so much, Lou. Good morning.
Good morning.
I love my new eyes. I can see the person sitting in the very back. I can see all of your faces, whether you're singing, whether you're sleeping. All of it's okay. I don't really care. So, but I just love my new eyes. Love it. I also love having my new grandson home. Yes. So I'm in, my latest grandson here was born on February 8th, and he has been in the NICU. He was 9 weeks early. And so he came home yesterday. It was a surprise to me. She just called on her way and said, I'm bringing him home. I was like, oh my gosh. So that is just, it is so awesome on so many levels. One of them is I was taking care of her other child and going over there a couple days of the week for 10-hour days with a 3-year-old. That was okay when I was younger, but wow. So, and he's a really big kid, and not that he's not. So anyway, that's great news. Am I ringing? Get closer? Okay, I'm ringing a little, sorry. It's my energy.
It's those new eyes.
It's my eyes. Okay, so our focus for study this month has been Change Your Thinking, Change Your Life. And that's based on the teachings of Ernest Holmes, who wrote the textbooks, The Science of Mind, and created centers that teach that. And we are a center here. We're a community New Thought church. So we teach a lot of other things as well. Science of Mind from Ernest Holmes. We also teach about unity from Charles Fillmore. Any kind of a New Thought or metaphysical teaching, we love it, and we're teaching that here. This month, we've been focusing a lot on The Science of Mind by Ernest Holmes. A man named Dr. Frederick Bales also studied what he called the science of mind, and he was a partner with Ernest Holmes. He created his own workbook for studying this idea, the science of mind, and this is the workbook that we use here at CSL to teach the basic principles of Science of Mind class. So each year we use this workbook, and this is by Dr. Frederick Bales. So the whole idea of the philosophy, the same, but of course he has just a little bit different take on it. So today I am going to share a little out of his teaching in this workbook. And I am expanding on the message from last week, which was Reverend Gregory Toole. And he talked about the importance of spiritual practice to progress your life toward more peace and less suffering. Is anyone here interested in more peace and less suffering?
Amen.
Yeah. So he said, I don't know if you remember, and you can go back and look on YouTube, his message. He said, the title of his message was Practice Makes Progress.
Yeah.
Okay, and he also talked a lot about us plugging in to our divine source every day. Do you remember that? Plugging in. So that's kind of the part I want to talk about, plugging into God every day. So I'm going to read a little bit here out of this book so you can get this analogy that I thought was great. It's titled, Why Our Thought Has Power. The individual, which is you and I, we're the individual, might be likened to an electric light bulb. So while I'm speaking of this, you might get your eye on an electric light bulb. And just, I don't know how many of you have ever really studied an electric light bulb, but what was it like in the Buddhist monks put like this? This is off the cuff, so it might not be true, but I think it is. It's a story I read a long time ago, where they put somebody in a room and put a fish in front of him, and they wanted him to study this fish for hours and hours and hours. And you know what happens? I think Thich Nhat Hanh talks about it in studying a flower. You know, if you could actually understand and study something like that, you would be amazed at what you find out if you can just quiet your mind and study one thing. So simple. So we're talking about an electric light bulb. The light manifests through it, but it is not produced by it. Far back in the mountains are great lakes held back by giant dams. The lake water is diverted so as to run over turbine blades, which are so tied in with generators that electricity is produced. This electricity, conducted through high tension wires, passes through transformers, which step it down until it can pass through ordinary house wires. Thus, it is led from the power source into the tiniest wire of all, the wire within the light bulb. It cannot be contained within this tiny wire, and so, to describe the process somewhat roughly and unscientifically, the electric power bursts forth into the light inside the bulb. The little bulb would indeed be presumptuous to say, "Look what I'm doing." Yet, it is well to remember that all the tremendous reserve of electricity would be useless for lighting without that tiny bulb. It is the interaction of the two that produces the result. He goes on to say, the infinite healing presence is the name that he's giving. Let's see, what are some other names? God, Spirit, the Holy Spirit, Christ within. This infinite healing presence is a surging power. In a cooperative movement, it finds outlet through an ordinary person. That's us. We're ordinary persons. Some of us, we're all extraordinary, right? So in a cooperative movement, it finds outlet through an ordinary person. The words there, cooperative movement, right? Each needs the other, and there must be tight connections between them. Just as there may be plenty of electricity flowing along the wires, but because of imperfect connections, there's no light, so the degree of oneness between the healing source, or God, and the individual, you and I, determines the extent of the manifestation. When the great teacher Jesus said, "I and the Father are one," he evidently referred to this close connection, which explains the almost perfect flow of infinite power through him. He was known as the healer, right? That perfect flow of power allowed him to heal. The degree to which the student can bring himself to think in agreement with the infinite thinking will determine the power that accompanies his word. So it is not man's thought of itself that produces the results. Man's thinking becomes the vehicle for that creative power to flow through. Man's mind is that wire along which the power flows from the power source to the electric bulb. Did you like that?
Yeah. You betcha.
So what he's saying, so we're going to break down a little bit because that's a lot. My thinking becomes the vehicle for that creative power, that's God, Spirit, whatever you call it, okay, replace it. If you don't like God, please just set that aside and put your own word in for God. My thinking becomes the vehicle for the creative power to flow through me. My thoughts and my beliefs are the molds for spiritual substance to fulfill. So my thinking matters. To the degree I can bring my thinking into alignment or agreement with Spirit, or the divine, or the universe, God, to the degree I can align that will determine the spiritual power that accompanies my word. My word being my spoken thought, right? My dominant thoughts turn into my beliefs, which turn into my words, which are molding my experience. Frederick Bales here, he shows us how to plug in to our divine source and receive the full flow of spiritual power through us to bring to the world, to serve the world. Remember that we receive and we give. That's the great natural rhythm of life. We receive from within, and then we give to the world. Spiritual power is the one true power. Whole, perfect, and complete. It is only one power. It is eternal. It is infinite intelligence. It is divine love. It is that infinite healing presence. When our thoughts line up with the truth, that truth, then that truth has a solid, tight connection to flow unobstructed in full force through us toward fulfillment of our word, fulfilling the law that God is goodness, always perfect, always whole, always complete, right within you. We, each one of us, every one of us is a part of the whole, and we are holy. We are the conduit for the infinite healing presence. We are important to God. We allow the law of God to be fulfilled here on earth. Through us, God is manifest. And our mind is the vehicle for Spirit to manifest its creative nature into this thing that we call life on our planet. Each needs the other, and there must be a tight connection between them, mind and spirit. So what does it mean to have a tight connection with God, or that presence within? Dr. Bales says the degree of oneness between the healing source and the individual determines the extent of the manifestation. The connection is determined by the degree of oneness between the healing source and my own mind. The degree of oneness. We need to remember this every day. We need to remind ourselves every day of this creative spiritual power that works nonstop, constantly, and consistently, maintaining and sustaining our life, never sleeps. This healing presence is within me. Can you feel into that? I am a part of it. All I am is it. I am one with it. It is who I am. It is closer than breathing and nearer than hands and feet. And yet, we forget about it all the time. Until we don't. The thing is, when we forget about it, we are not fulfilling the law of love. When we forget about the truth, we are not in agreement with the God power. Our connection is not tight. We begin to have thoughts of separation, which cause us to worry and doubt and suffer. You can clearly see thoughts of separation and fear create a mold for separation and fear to come into our lives. It's an error pattern instead of the Christ pattern. But these things can be changed. We must remember the truth to keep our connection tight. The truth that God is. And everything else is of God. So there's many ways to practice to help us progress in changing our thinking from separation thinking to unity thinking. Frederick Bales teaches us some of those ways in his workbook. And this is 12 lessons, and it's a home study course, but what we started doing is studying this together as a class. So we read some of it in class. It has questions. It's like just a complete course. We also have reading at home. And so this is exactly what we learn in this class. How to remember the truth. Practices to keep us remembering. And I'm going to talk about class a little bit later, about signing up for that. But everything that we do in our services here at the center, everything is meant to lead us to a spiritual practice of recognizing and then realizing and then consciously knowing that we are indeed one with God. The songs that we sing are a chance to speak positive words of praise and love into the world using the energy of music. What if we really believed that divine right action is guiding us today? That everything we'll ever need keeps coming our way. What if we really believed that? If we really believed that, how would we act and speak and think differently than we do now? Would we have thoughts of worry and fear? If divine right action is guiding me today, what do I have to fear or worry about? So this song is a spiritual practice to help you to progress toward that which it claims to be true for you. That divine right action is guiding me today. Songs are so easy to remember, too. So singing our affirmations, super powerful. Divine right action is guiding me whenever I claim it to be guiding me. When I consciously know. So I have to have that tight connection. I have to know that it's guiding me. So why not claim it every day? We probably claim things we don't want every day. My aching back, right? Whatever it is, fill in the blank, we all do it. And the prayers that are spoken and shared here are spiritual mind treatments. That sounds so official. A spiritual mind treatment where we treat our own mind to remember and know the truth. That this really is a spiritual universe, expressing life as our life. Doesn't appear to be that way on the outside, right? We need to keep reminding ourselves. Prayers, spiritual mind treatment, treating my own doubts and my own fears by telling myself the truth with the capital T. God is all there is. God is whole, perfect, and complete right now. God is within me. This is the very breath I breathe. Practicing on Sunday morning for an hour is great. It's a great way to start living in alignment with the divine. But what if we practiced every single day? In the morning before we go out into the world. What if we practice knowing that we are guided silently and invisibly by an all-knowing, benevolent power, which is always working on our behalf? Divine right action. How would that change our day? Knowing that every person I look at and meet is too divine right action. How would I see them differently? How would that change my day? How would that set me up for success? And remember, it is the interaction between our mind and that cosmic power that allows the power to manifest as our life. It's the interaction between us. Each needs the other, and the connection must be tight. Okay? I am the perfect pattern of humanity in the mind of God. Can you imagine that? In the mind of God, I am the perfect pattern of humanity. My mind is the conduit for the perfect pattern of wholeness, abundance, right relationships, joy, peace, and love to flow into my life and to be shared. As we embody and become more God-like in our thoughts, words, and actions, then that power of spirit can burst forth into our being, just like the electricity burst forth into light inside the bulb. This burst of power illuminates our life with truth and goodness so that we can share and spread the truth and goodness with others. And we can spread and share that truth and goodness with the whole world. Doesn't the whole world need some truth and goodness? And it starts with us. It starts with each person personally remembering that truth and goodness, seeing it in the other person, seeing it in each other, recognizing it, realizing it, and consciously knowing it. Let's sing.
So our next song here comes from the group Sister Hazel, and they remind us that if you don't like the life you're in, a new life is just a thought away. Thank you for that reminder. Never danced in the rain or thanked the sun, just for shining for the sea. Oh no, take it all in the world to show it, yeah. You look much better, you look much better, you glow. Yeah, yeah, hope you've heard every word I've said. Yeah, yeah, you've had enough of all your trying. Just give up the state of mind you're in. If you wanna be somebody else, if you're tired of fighting battles with yourself, if you wanna be somebody else, change your mind, change your mind. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Hey, hey, what you say? We both go and seize the day. 'Cause what's your hurry? Yeah, yeah, hope you've heard every word I've said. Yeah, yeah, you've had enough of all your trying. Just give up the state of mind you're in. If you wanna be somebody else, if you're tired of fighting battles with yourself, if you wanna be somebody else, change your mind, change your mind, change your mind, just change your mind. Ooh, yeah, out of your mind, out of your mind, just lose your mind. God, you are every mountain. God, you are every ocean. God, you are every canyon, every inch of earth and sky. God, you are every morning. God, you are every midnight. God, you are every moment, every second of my life. Everything I see, everything I do, everything I am is you. Everything above, everything below, everything I know is you. God, you are every sunrise. God, you are every moon glow. God, you are every star shine, every inch of earth and sky. God, you are every springtime. God, you are every snowfall. God, you are every season, every second of my life. Everything I see, everything I do, everything I am is you. Everything above, everything below, everything I know is you. 'Cause you are the very breath I breathe, and your perfect love created me. Everything I see, everything I do, everything I am is you. Everything above, everything below, everything I know is you. Everything I see, everything I do, everything I am is you. Everything above, everything below, everything I know is you. Everything I see, everything I do, everything I am is you.
Okay, as the ushers come forward, this is our time to consciously participate in the law of circulation, to realize the flow of abundance in our life and to participate as it goes forward. So if you'll take your gift in your hand, and I give thanks for this abundance that is mine, this abundance that is unlimited, that is circulated always for my awareness to take advantage of. So I gratefully participate in the law of circulation, knowing that what goes out also returns. And our affirmation,
I am worthy steward of God's abundance.
I am the change. I am the change. I am the change. My world has been waiting for. Gandhi reminds us you must be the change you wish to see in the world. I am the change. I am the change. I am the change. My world has been waiting for. I am the change. I am the change. I am the change. My world has been waiting for. I am the change. I am the change. I am the change. My world has been waiting for.
and these gifts are blessed, knowing that they go forth, enhancing our life, our church, and our community, and the world we live in. And so it is.
With a grateful heart and a grateful mind, I offer this sacred prayer. Thank you.
Thank you, Lou. How's everybody feeling? Oh, good. Oh, good. That's what we like to hear. Okay, you guys ready for our monthly contemplation? Let's do it. Reading it all together, all the way down. This is the perfect example of keeping the truth right in front of us. Okay, here we go. I now let divine power flow through me. I permit divine spirit to fill me with perfect life. I have complete faith in God, realizing I am bathed in pure spirit, in living life, in everlasting goodness. Divine love and energy flow through my whole being, eliminating everything that does not belong to its own perfect being. And so it is.